Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV Online. This is Strena Longuard, who's going to take us through the Lancer job quests and also through the beginning a character would face if starting out in Gridania. Let's just have a quick look at our inventory, which now has one item in it. Someone gave us feathers. No, we can't sell it. It's a symbol of it's a symbol of friendship and can be exchanged at Calamity Salvages for special rewards. Okay, I've never ever tried that, but we'll have a look at it. Alright, now the other thing we might want to do, now that we're here, is we might want to go, I don't think I've unlocked it yet actually. No, well, I have now. Control I for my armory chest, which is where all of my weapons, armor and whatnot that I find is going to end up. If I make it, it's going to end up in my inventory. But if I find it, it's going to end up in here. I'm also going to click on go C for character. I'm just going to bring that over here. I know, sorry Serena. Oh, well, we'll cover her face. She's fine. Now, we have no gear set. And gear sets are kind of important for later on when you have a number of different classes you want to switch between. But they're also really important for being able to update your gear. So I'm going to grab my gear set list by clicking this list. I'm going to go add, create a new gear set. And now you see we have Lancer all set up. I'm going to grab this symbol by just holding down my left mouse button. And I'm going to drag this over here. Because it's my only class, I'm actually going to sit it up here. Normally I arrange them alphabetically and I have my main jobs and then the jobs that come off those jobs and then the rogue jobs. And then over here I put all my crafters and my gatherers. But that's just me. You might want to arrange things differently. But that is why I do have this really long, these 4 columns up over here. Okay, so now that I've got this over here, I can just close my gear set list. I'm going to see if I've got any gear in here. So remember, automatically in my character layout, I have things automatically going into my chest. It looks like I have one item only. I'm going to click on this recommended gear button. It's going to tell me I can now put the Ring of Freedom on. A finger that's not wearing anything. I'm going to just tell it to equip it. The important thing is we're going to look at our gear. So we have a gear set level of 3. We're going to go equip. Oh, and it's gone to 4. Brilliant. Just what we want. The higher that is, the better off we're going to be whenever we face a trial. So let's just close everything down. We'll just get rid of all of that. I have no food. That's fine. If we had food, we'd eat it because we get an extra 3% XP. We're going to talk to Mother Miounne and start close to home. Right click, close to home. Miounne, proprietress of the Carline Canopy, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the aetheryte. The massive crystal stands in the middle of the aetheryte plaza, not far from the Carline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. I'm going to turn that music down a little bit. Once you've located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Lancers Guild. There is no better place to learn the arts of the polearm. Speak with Jillian and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor and all the various items that an adventurer might need on her travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Passemontre and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your tasks, Serena. May Nofika guide your path. Ah, and one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I'm certain they'll be pleased to meet an adventurer when they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of the moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. As a serious young fellow, if ever I saw one. Rightio, we have our tasks. Let's go. The active help entry main menu has been added under the category Adventuring Basics. This is in our book. Close to home, the navigation has been added to the category Quests. Rightio. Sanctuaries. Boom. Main menu will tell you all about the main menu, which is down here in your right. We'll go through it as we need it. And navigation. Let's go. Now, normally, if I was doing this, I would stop and I would pick up every single side quest that I could lay my little claws on. But this series is going to be played one quest at a time, as annoying as that's going to get at times. So let's not talk to Bernadette like I was about to. This is an aetheryte. We're going to right-click on that. And we'll be attuning to it. If you've watched the other series, or played Final Fantasy, you'll be familiar with the aetherytes. Greetings, adventurer. I see you're faithfully following Mother Miounne's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nicaea of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the aetheryte. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid adventurer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wild, I suggest you start with the aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Rightio. We've learnt Return. We have also, you attune with the aetherite and are now able to use the Return spell. We've also, if we right-click on this aetherite again, okay, you'll see it's set as our home point. We're going to leave it set as our home point for the moment. If you're adventuring and you know you're going to spend a lot of time coming in and out of one particular town, you might want to move your home point as you go. Return is this spell down here. It has a cooling time of 900 seconds, so you can only use it once in a little while. And we have yet to learn teleport, which we will do eventually. Alright, the lady has a good point, however. We should attune to every aetherite that we can lay our little claws on. So, the Lancers Guild. Well, we can find it. Just make my map a little bigger. I kind of like to have a big map because I can see more and I'm nosy. So if we have a look on the level we're on, we can see that we have this main aetherite, but we do have one other at the Archers Guild. So let's go and attune ourselves to that, and then we're going to head on into Old Gridania through this portal here, so that we can continue with our task. The task set by Mother Miounne. And the Archers Guild one is a useful one to have because then you won't be having to run all the way there every time. So the first thing you should do in any large city with a number of aetherites or ethernet shards is attune to every single shard, because it doesn't matter if you need it right then and there, you are going to need it eventually. You now have access to the Ethernet. Quick travel through the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Ethernet shards. And I turned myself around way too fast, and now that's making me dizzy. Rightio, let's go, Serena. Serena. So we're going to do a little bit of running, but we're going to use our Ethernet shards to minimize the amount of running we have to do. That big Ethernet shard, by the way, can also be used to take you around the Ethernet in a city. When I first started playing, it took me a good few months to realize I did not have to run to the nearest little Ethernet shard in order to travel around. We could, if we wanted to, equip ourselves with better stuff. We only have 103 gil though, so we might want to wait. Here's Passemontre. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Passemontre, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ah, a merchant does naught for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favour, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Miounne's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, lass. I smelt that eel pile of yours a marm away. Hand it over. Bribery, right? Way to the man's heart. That flaky crust, just divine. Well, I am a man, very well, I'm a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'd best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armour. Such goods are the province of the rosewood stalls, directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely travelled Uldan merchants, and I may say that I have seen things amongst their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs, then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go, peruse the stalls and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience, after all. And I am weary of talking, unless you have another eel pie. Right, remember, bribe this man with an eel pie. Alright, normally I would grab that next quest off him, but we are limiting ourselves to one quest per episode. So we're going to head on up toward the Lancers Guild. A lot of these quests you may actually see done by Miriam Treespire, our character from Limsa, as she moves through the game. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to focus with this character just on the beginning main story quests, and on the Lancers storyline. All right. And for her, I'll do the rest of the stuff off screen, so you're not getting multiple content, multiple episodes of the same content. Alrighty, again, there's a quest somewhere over here that we'll take, but we're looking for the Guildmaster. There's our quest. We're going to ignore Boisselon. Gillian, Guild Receptionist. Welcome to the Lancers Guild. I see you brought your own spear. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in the Twelveswood, the weapon has been the mainstay of the locals since before the founding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place for spearmasters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of our wood whalers. And it was here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles came into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. The spear technique could be formalized. That spear technique could be formalized at all, owed much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by wood whaler captain Miss Stahl, nigh on a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without as well as within Gridania's borders persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the Guild has helped settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to welcome new initiates. If you are willing to enlist, speak with me again and we can begin the enrollment procedures. And normally that's exactly what I would do. However, one quest per episode means I'm going to return to Mother Miounne. And we will probably run around a little bit later and get the rest of these Ethernet shards. So, easy way to return to Mother Miounne. Grab that. I'm not attuned to that anyway. Click on New Gridania. Grab our Ethernet shard. You do need to have the zone on the map that you want to teleport to in order to be able to click on things. So, let us go and pop this little character in here. We're going to conclude our adventure. The conquering hero returns. You've completed my little tasks, I trust. The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best to grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry? I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Strena. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in its struggles to come. Thank you. There we go. All right. As we level up, even if we haven't started our Lancer training, we are going to start getting Lancer skills, which is pretty good. But guys, on that note, I am going to bid you adieu. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.